Hello everybody, welcome back to Monica's channel. This is 10 GOAT colognes, greatest of all time. I have only one honorable mention because I know that there are going to be hate comments.
Hey, you missed this one and that one.
Then I'm going to do 5 fragrances that I think that are GOAT for most of the people. But the last 4, top 4, the best 4, the real GOATs are my picks.
Let's do this. 3,
2, 1.
1.
That was awkward. The honorable mention, I have to say this because I know that there's, as I mentioned before, I think it's Brut. I know that they have like huge fan base, this fragrance, but I don't even know how it smells. I just want to put it out there for some people. Hey, if you want to know one of the most famous fragrances of all time, I think this would be one of them, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What would you say about it? Because I'm not very familiar. I just want to mention that. Pretty old school, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty old school. I would say that one smells old school.
Yeah.
And I would say, yeah, even if you love it, try something else. Try it, and then maybe you'll love it.
But it's a video greatest of all time, so I'm just going to mention that. And probably there are others like...
Dracar Noir. That one also.
And is it good?
Not my fave as well.
Or
it
like
smells older.
Kudos or Kudos?
Kuros.
Kuros,
From
sorry.
YSL.
From YSL. I'm just quickly mentioning them. They are like very popular, but not my cup of tea. And I would mention, this nearly made the list, is Dior Fahrenheit. That would,
That one
it should be here. It's actually amazing. One of the greatest of all time. I would say that with full confidence. Very masculine. So if you're looking for really fresh masculine fragrances, Fahrenheit is for you, and also quite long lasting. For me, at least. Somebody might disagree. Check out comments below. People will also tell you about it. But it's an amazing one. Layton. We've got Layton exclusive. And for me, it is Layton exclusive. But for most of the people, it would be Layton because just this is the fragrance that they are most familiar with rather than Layton exclusive. But this is a very crowd-pleasing, very likable fragrance.
So good.
And it's already sort of niche, but it's still very approachable, easy to understand.
Very easily likable. Like people find it sexy. I find it really sexy. It's like green apple, lavender. It's one of those freshies that is really strong as well. It's got smoothness.
I don't know how I'm going to edit this video, but actually Fahrenheit was my number 10. It's on the list. I'm sorry I got confused, but Fahrenheit is number 10. It is on the official list. I just want to make that clear now. Correct. Like number 8, it definitely is. Not this one also. We don't have the original Acqua di Gio, just Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum. Super duper popular fragrance and definitely greatest of all time because of its popularity and just the fan base is also huge.
Yeah.
It's
one of the like most sold fragrances ever for men.
It's good. For me, the Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum, you know, the original one, smells slightly outdated, but it's still on top of the list of the most selling fragrances.
Yeah, it's still a great smelling fragrance.
Yes.
Super manly.
So,
it just was a bit overdone, I think.
Yeah, so this one would be my pick from Acqua di Gio line. That's Profondo Lights, because it's just fresher, modernized a little bit. And it's quite long lasting as well. I like the freshness of it. A no-brainer kind of cologne. And it would also appeal to younger demographic. I mean, younger, you know, if you want
younger than you.
what I was going to say, if you want to get attention of younger women, they would probably like this one a little bit more than the original, because the original might smell to them like their dad or uncle or somebody like that. So this would not give them this association.
Yeah, try the flankers. This or Profondo is great.
Next one, I would say that is number 7, I think. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Mal. Just Le Mal. Eau de Toilette was the first one, wasn't it?
By Francis.
Maison Francis Colognes.
Yeah.
Maison is a house.
Yeah.
So just Francis Colognes. Sorry, I'm just used to saying that name.
He was the perfumer, yeah.
That would be probably on the greatest of all time, but I prefer Le Mal, Le Parfum. You will see the full name on the screen, but that will be my pick. But this has the biggest fan base. And there are so many people that still love this fragrance. But if let's say we can merge it together, it's just kind of I can
layer them
like a little transition. This one is super good, but this one has just been around for longer. That's why it would probably deserve to be in the list of goat colognes.
And like the success of this line, they've got so many flankers that came and now discontinued, and there's more. There's always like, there's probably been like 30 plus flankers of this fragrance.
It's very pleasant. I still like it, but if I have the option of picking either from the two, I would go for this one. Yeah, but definitely Le Mal whole line, and it deserves to be on the list of greatest of all time. And the next one, get ready guys, if you don't have this cologne, or if you don't know about this cologne, where have you been and what is wrong with you? This is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. This version I would say, because it's a perfect balance. It's a fresh fragrance, but at the same time it has some depth to it that you can pull it off going for a date, and it smells sexy.
It's nearly gone. I'm sad.
Yeah, if you would go for Eau de Toilette, it's a little bit more sporty, maybe,
a bit more basic as well, I would
basic,
say.
Yes. This one is a bit slightly more
This one is more of Bleu de Chanel, I would say. This one is the core of Bleu de Chanel.
And it's super likable. Most of the people like it, and women will like it too. So this absolutely deserves to be on the list of the greatest colognes of all time. And the next one, I have been doing actually a little research. This is sales from this fragrance is just bonkers. At some point in time, every third second, somebody was buying Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette.
Wow, that's great.
So like, somebody's buying it now. Somebody's buying it now. It's ridiculous. Very, very popular. Also, what I find common with this one and Bleu de Chanel is that it merges two together. It's fresh, but it also has something more. It's not just your shower fresh sort of a fragrance, but also has something a little bit deeper. And what's that? What's that? Woodsiness.
Yeah, a bit of smokiness as well. But it's really, really sexy, I would say. We know it now, like it's Dior Sauvage, and sometimes it's like, oh, it's Dior Sauvage. But man, if you were like in a, I don't know, like an island, you never smelled a fragrance before, and you got this, you would be like, what is this? It's so good.
It's very, very good. And no wonder so many people know about this fragrance, because every 3 seconds somebody was buying that fragrance at some point. So
very manly, I would say.
And that's another fragrance now, and we're entering the top 4 my greatest of all time colognes. And first one I would mention, which is number 4 on the list, it's Hermes Eau de Toilette. This is masculinity, this is classiness, this is style. This is a guy who knows what he wants. This is a guy who doesn't care what other people think about him. He is well put together. He is wearing good quality classic clothes, and he's just finishing it off with Hermes. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I envision smelling that fragrance. It's vetiver based fragrance, so it will just always smell good. You will always smell amazing with this fragrance. It's a
different sort of a freshie than like Dior Sauvage. It's just a more citrusy and earthy fragrance.
Yes.
Rather than like shower fresh gel sort of a fragrance.
Yeah. Probably will not appeal to as many people as Bleu de Chanel or as Dior Sauvage, but that is the thing. Because this guy knows who he is and what he wants, and is just a little bit more refined. That's a true man. The other guys are not really like true men. They're like kind of, this would probably not be on the greatest of all time because of the sales, but it's here because I'm making this video and it is for me, and I can do that. And for me, it is one of the greatest colognes of all time. It is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. I'm spraying this precious spray for you guys, so give me a like for that. But just smell this. Oh, this is so smooth, soft, sexy, and irresistible.
There we go.
It's very, very good.
And you don't want to use it all up, because he's been telling me like, we need to repurchase this because I don't want to, like, it's got like 2 sprays left at the end of the bottle. How many times have you bought this bottle? Well,
a couple of times, which is a lot if you're looking at our collection, which is over 800 fragrances.
Yeah,
this
but
is
you've had probably 4 bottles of this.
Probably across a couple of years. Yeah, it's a good everyday fragrance, but I would say it's more appropriate towards evening. in my opinion, it's perfect date fragrance.
Yeah, if you want an alternative, for example, from YSL La Nuit de l'Homme or the Toilette, for example, because, you know, like a lot of people wear it for dates or something, this is nice because it's also lavender based. It's got a similar vibe, but here you've got tobacco, which is a bit more, it makes it even more, I think, cozy and mysterious.
For some people, it's very soapy, this fragrance.
But it's very attractive, like for us women.
She's testifying, yeah. Number 2, get ready, guys, because this will blow your socks off. It is Enigma Parfum.
I'm just imagining, like...
I actually imagined that as well.
People are like...
Socks flying around.
30,000 people, like, suddenly there's socks.
Enigma Parfum Cologne, and it's called Creation E in the US. This fragrance is so fun. It's very unique. If you've never smelled, if you're not into fragrances and you'll be smelling this, you'll be like, is this even a cologne? In a good way. Like, this is so interesting. This is so fun for its uniqueness and how fun it smells. I'm putting it here. I really think this is one of the greatest colognes of all time.
It's super impressive, I would say. If you want like a niche fragrance that is really sexy but also fun, like it's not too serious because it smells of Coca-Cola at the top, like it's super fizzy and effervescent.
Yeah.
But it's got like, it's still manly and it's still super unique, then try it out because it's, it's been on my like sexiest men's fragrances list for the longest time.
You see, it's fun and Monica perceives it as sexy. So very interesting, because that was not my impression at first when I smelled it. And she's like, oh, this is so sexy, this is so fun. So guys, this is one of the greatest colognes of all time. And number 1, I'm placing this one here as greatest cologne of all time, or one of the greatest, because it's really hard to pick one, but I have to decide. So this one, because of its masculinity like vibe that it has, and because of its classiness. So these two things together, classiness and masculinity in one, is Creed Green Irish Tweed. This is do you know who smells like that? Actually, that's his signature fragrance, isn't it? Pierce Brosnan.
I don't remember.
Okay, if it's not, then that's why I so strongly imagine him wearing this fragrance that I thought that it's actually true. That's like when he was James Bond. That's how I imagined him smelling.
Yeah, because it's like classy, heritage, British.
Yeah.
Although it's French brand, but yeah,
doesn't matter still.
Then,
so that's why I just put it here. I really think this is one of the greatest of all time because it just smells like, man, it's just like it. Oh,
it's so good.
It smells stability. It smells financial stability as well. It smells like decisiveness, confidence. A guy that is not a macho guy that's actually gentle, because gentleness is strength, it's a strength under control. So that's what I'm feeling and thinking when I'm smelling this.
It's not like a reckless dude. It's more of a masculinity, but in terms of like a leader, maybe.
Yeah,
more.
Very good.
Yeah.
So it smells quite green.
It does.
It's very fresh. Check out comments, guys. Do you think this lasts long or not? Check out comments below. People will tell you about it as well. But on me, I like it, and I can smell it for quite some time on me.
I can smell it as well when you wear it. It definitely has got some tail fragrance behind it. So
absolutely amazing. One of the greatest of all time. Guys, do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave me your comments down below.
What is your goat?
What is your goat?
What
would be one pick for you? And we will link all the fragrances down in the description below this video. Give Monica a thumbs up for being here. And she's
give Matty a thumbs up.
Monica is the greatest of all time. Greatest. Monica is goat. I'll see you in the next one.
See you guys. Bye.